up, you dirty motherfuckers? Welcome back to another beautiful edition of the Beers and Beers podcast. As always, the guillotine rumble in the tower of power.
All right, dude. Okay.
That was good. I like it. Starting off strong.
That was a sensual one.
The
It
fuck
was.
they put in these meat sticks?
Something. Aphrodisiac meat sticks from Buckland's.
Dude, shout out. Huge shout out. Right off the bat. Buckland's.
Local butcher shop hooked us up. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, dude, they are tip fucking top like a fucking doctor, dude.
Yeah, as long as they can read your handwriting.
Well,
I have to call them. Hey, is my deer done? Like, yeah. Are you the one that has the? Did you have your kid fill your card out for you? I'm like, no. Yeah, I did.
Did you use purple crayon? No.
yeah, my doe from last week, it took them a little bit, but homeboy's still crabbing, so, you know, it is what it is.
And they get a lot of.
God dang it.
Whoa, we just had a power out.
No, I felt like
Oh, I'm an idiot.
it's dying right away.
Lights down, Runsky, if you will.
All right, no one wants to see our ugly faces anyway. It's time to
Yeah.
light off.
I dropped the ball. I should have charged it.
What else is new?
What you got to do? But yeah, homeboy's still crabbing. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Yeah, I get it. I only went crabbing once this year.
Fuck crabbing, dude.
I like crabbing. I don't know.
I'm crabbing at the VFW.
I like eating
last night.
crabs.
I might try again next year. My old man loves crabbing, so I might try again.
Oh, you're gonna get this boat set up for our endeavor next week. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going down to the lower eastern shore of Maryland, Dorchester County, and to be specific, Blackwater Wildlife Refuge and Fishing Bay.
Yeah.
Is it a wildlife refuge?
Blackwater is.
Well, I don't know. Fishing Bay is
Nah,
that's
it's
what I
public hunting land.
said. Okay.
Free for
Well,
all.
There's 2 properties down there. We're going to go down there and try to kill the elusive pygmy elk, the sika deer.
Yeah.
The swamp donkey.
So that's what our plans are for this weekend. I'm pretty stoked.
Well, at the beginning of the season, it was, are we going sika deer hunting? And I was like, nah, fuck that, because we're going to Missouri. But catch out of the bag, we're not going to Missouri. Some things happened. Can't go. Sorry, Braden. But you bought your Blackwater permit.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan bought his.
Yeah.
I didn't. Runsky didn't. So now we have to traverse public land in search.
It's all public land.
Well-
Blackwater is too. You just have to buy a permit to
Right,
get
a
in
special
Blackwater.
permit to get in
Yeah.
Blackwater, which we do not have.
Yeah.
Because you guys suck.
We
Well,
dropped
that's
the-
all right.
we
I
dropped
mean,
the ball, you know?
But
yeah, I mean,
we have something they don't.
Well,
The Sitka Killer 4000.
Sika Stalker 6500.
It's the name of the boat. We named the boat.
it's more appropriately should be named the Sika Scarer 400, or maybe the Sika Spooker 27.
Absolutely not.
27.
Or the Sika Spooker 9.9, because that's the motor you've got on
I
it.
bought a 5-gallon bucket so I can start shoveling the water
Well,
off the boat.
and I'm gonna give you guys a paddle. Got a slight crack in the transom, so I mean, you know,
Slight crack.
nothing major.
It'll be
Nothing
fine.
major. I'm gonna
No.
drill a few holes in it with a 1/2-inch hole saw before you guys leave.
Yeah,
too.
so how long's this boat ride we're taking in?
Well, it was 2.5 miles. But I went over to the old man's house today, getting this Sika Stalker 8500 up. The motor runs, but it won't go into gear. So, the old man's dropping it off at the outboard shop on Monday. And I called the guy and I was like, I need this done by Thursday. And he was like, maybe, we'll see. So if he gets it done, it's
got
a go.
boat, right.
but if he doesn't get it done,
you fucked.
we're fucked. Yeah. There's no point in going.
What, hunting?
Yeah.
So you mean if you don't get this boat done, you're not gonna go?
There's really no point.
Oh, bullshit.
It's going to be tough.
Oh my gosh.
What are we gonna do?
Guys,
Just walk out.
pull up your bootstraps and take a fucking hike
Yeah,
like
we're
me and
gonna-
Ryan
yeah.
are doing.
We're gonna fucking hike 2 miles out in the Fragmighty.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get just walking circles all day,
Oh, dude.
making afraid out there.
All right, if you don't get your fucking Sika Seeker going, you rent your ass a canoe and
I thought about that
do
too.
your damn job. I got a kayak. One of you guys can use that, and then another one rent a kayak.
Well,
They're only like $60 a day or for the weekend or something.
About a kayak, I gotta haul my climber, I gotta haul my bow, and then when I kill a stag, I gotta haul the stag back. You know,
could
the
do
whole
it.
thing.
When I break my ankle, I got to get in your canoe.
Really top
A
heavy.
canoe's the way to go. Pull that thing away. There. Chewing into that damn thing. Oh, that's great. We just lost everybody.
Dude, there's fucking snack sticks from Buckland's, bro.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, if the boat runs, it's gonna be
It'll
fucking,
run. It'll
it's
be
gonna
fine. It'll all be fine.
Yeah, well, I sure hope so. If not, I'm gonna go down there and kill a giant sika spike, and I'm gonna get it taxidermied. I don't care. I'm shooting whatever I see. It's basically like I'm in my first time hunting again.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a spike, a 4-pointer, a doe, or rather, they're actually hinds. They call them hinds, and then the bucks are stags.
Yeah.
So anything's going for me. I just want to try some of the sika meat. I've heard amazing things about the meat.
Say it's like sweet.
They said
It's got
it's
like a
pretty much
sweetness to it.
universally, anybody who's eaten it and whitetail, pretty much everyone says it's better. Which is crazy, but these things are tiny. They're small animals.
Yeah, like a full-blown hind is like maybe 45 pounds, 50 pounds.
Yeah, and a big, like, 20-year-old stag might be 80, 90 pounds.
Yeah.
And they live a long time, too. I thought that was pretty interesting. They could be like 20 years old.
Yeah, they say it's not out of the ordinary to kill a hind or a stag and it be 20 fucking years old.
That's nuts.
I mean, these fucking things, they live in 15-foot tall grass.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to kill.
Yeah. They call them the marsh ghosts. And the skeeters down there is what I'm a little... That's like my main concern. I got 2 thermocells, and I'm hoping it's great, but I've read on a forum a guy was saying he thinks the mosquitoes there, he said, I've hunted in Africa and Alaska, he said the mosquitoes in Blackwater are worse.
I mean, you got
It's all
miles,
still water.
miles and miles and miles of just still water.
Yeah, and it's hot water too, because the loblollies, which are another invasive species, they leak this sap like tar from the wood in them, and it makes the water black. That's why they call it Blackwater. Mm-hmm. And it makes the water obviously a lot more susceptible to thermodynamics. It heats up faster through the sun, so the water's warm. It's a fucking breeding ground for mosquitoes.
It's a
is what it
mosquito
is.
haven.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I
so
heard they can have mosquitoes down there in fucking January.
that's insane to me.
Yeah.
How? In January? I guess that water must get pretty fucking warm. I don't know.
Maybe it just never freezes.
I don't know, man.
It's kind of silly.
Yeah, I mean, I know we live in Maryland, but it's not local to us. It's 2.5 hour drive for us.
It is, but I feel as Maryland residents, we got to make it happen.
Yeah,
Is it
we
really
gotta go.
2.5 miles? Or
2.5
hours?
Yeah,
2 hours.
I googled it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it in 2 hours. It's 2 hours. It says 2.5, but I always beat the piss out of what the GPS says. It's like a mission for me.
Like, fuck you,
Yeah,
Alexa. you dirty
2.5
bitch.
hours, you fucking skank. Well, watch me.
Yeah, dude, my dad, shout out BBJ, went and got some new fucking tires for the Sika Stalker 45,000.
I got to get a spotlight. Don't forget that.
Motor ain't even gonna run.
It runs, dude. It fired up like a third pull. I was pretty impressed.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a reliable motor, just won't go anywhere.
Yeah, the guy would get, it was a free.
There's a reason why.
It was free. And
Okay.
I
Dude, buy a trolling motor.
We talked that.
we talked about that. Maybe
Okay.
get a couple deep cell batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't even be that much money.
I found one on Facebook Marketplace for $35.
Yeah.
And homeboy's got a hookup for batteries.
yeah.
Batteries.
Yeah, you could do that. It would take you a little longer, but it would do the job.
Yeah.
And you guys,
see.
and you guys have this spot picked out, and you picked it out on Google Earth.
Yeah.
Or on actually whatever you used. I mean, you don't have to be married to that spot.
We're married to that spot.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, how many times have you scouted on Google Earth and got to a place and it is not what you thought it would be?
It's not. We're not married. It's a starting point.
I think it's a bit different with this area. I mean, you need a tree to get up in.
Yeah.
There's how many trees are down there in the fucking swamp?
That's a good bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dead trees. You get 20 feet up and just fall the fuck over.
Probably.
That would be
most
that'd be
likely,
good
most
content.
likely, yeah. That is great content. Make sure you're filming. I want to hear Runsky scream.
Runsky was in a fucking swamp maple and it fucking tilted over.
Sounds like he's listening to the Mediator podcast. Their fucking intro.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Holy shit.
Yeah.
But from what I see on YouTube, like, people are pretty successful getting these little critters.
Oh, you don't
see
you don't see the skunks. You only see the success.
Yeah, it's very true.
It's just like these hunting shows. That's why I respect the fuck out of Ranello. Ranello will fucking do a whole fucking episode and get skunking, you know what I mean? And walk out. A lot of guys don't do that shit, man.
Yeah. And I can't remember what podcast it was, but I listened to it, and they said the success rate for hunters in Blackwater is about 20%.
Yeah.
So, and that's including as like that's just counting how many tags are drawn and how many tags are filled.
Yeah.
So that can be people shooting several and other people not shooting any. So you don't really know. It's just about out of the people that buy a license, 20% of those people harvest an animal. Yeah. So that's pretty rough odds compared to whitetail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which whitetail is something like it's I'm pretty sure it's over a 1-to-1 ratio.
Really?
Yeah. Like Maryland, we kill like around 90,000 deer a year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we sell that many hunting licenses.
That'd be a good thing to look up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure about that. But I guarantee you that's well over 20%.
Yeah, I doubt we sell 90,000.
Yeah, it's probably 50,000. So we're probably, if I had to guess, and I think I might have even heard this somewhere in Maryland, that on average, per hunting license, 2 deer are killed.
Yeah.
So in comparison to sika, so that's a 200% success rate. Compared to sika, it's a 20%. If that all checks out.
Could you imagine only killing 2 deer a season?
I mean, hey, man, some people, that's all they want. Yeah, Brunsky, how is that?
It sucks.
How's it fucking feel?
Makes you appreciate them more.
That's true.
Yeah.
Every kill is,
Every kill is like, guys like losing your
big deal.
virginity.
Yeah.
Before we go into that, we got a state open.
All right, yeah, let's do that. Let's get that out of the way. Who opened up?
Massachusetts.
Is that the only one?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
They hunt in Massachusetts?
October 4th, okay.
Okay.
Massachusetts opened up. The next one and the last one, I guess,
Alabama.
is Alabama.
Freaking Bama.
October 15th. That's a late opener.
And that's everyone.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
This Friday.
The United States is open, bitches.
It
this
is
Friday.
Wide open season.
Wide open.
Hell yeah. It's pretty sweet. So, can we tell some stories? Is it story time?
It's fucking story time with the guillotine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Story Time with the Guillotine. So, John and I were unsuccessful on our buck mission last week. As if you guys listened to last week's episode, you could hear we did get to see a buck, which was really cool, but we didn't get to bring one home. So,
And you got him on camera.
yes, and I have him on camera and on my cell cam as well, which is really cool.
Good news.
Hell yeah. So, John and I were talking. We pretty much decided to leave that spot alone for a while. Mm-hmm. However, it's a big property. So, and one of the days when I was there and I was walking out, and it was the day I walked all the way around, and when I got to the other side of the property, almost to my truck was actually within eyesight. I seen a bunch of does. And I knew there was a big white oak there, you know what I mean? But it's so close to the road, I just never really thought about sitting right there. Mm-hmm. It's just too easy. But there's a massive white oak, and it's a really good acorn year. I don't know about other states, but from what I understand, it generally in Pennsylvania and Delaware, and I can tell you firsthand in Maryland, it's a really good acorn year.
Yeah.
So they're hitting acorns hard. If you're putting corn piles out, they're probably not hitting it as hard as they normally do because the acorns are just all over the place.
It's almost just throwing off patterns.
Yeah.
That you would normally be used to because the fucking acorns are insane.
They're really good this year. Yeah. Really good. The best one I can remember. I mean, you're sitting in the stand and you're just hearing acorns rain down around you if you're around any acorn producing tree.
Yep.
So I know there's this massive white oak there, and I seen deer there. So this was like, I don't know, a week or two ago. But I was like, well, I really don't want to hunt over on this side of the property. I want to kind of leave it alone, not put any pressure on it until we get a nice cold front or the rut. And I was like, well, I'm going to go sit over on this side. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I'm going to make it easy on myself. I'm going to be a lazy fuck, and I'm going to sit right under this big white oak.
Hell yeah.
I can literally park my truck 100 yards away. I could have parked it 20 yards away, but I didn't want to park that close.
Now, do you think the deer are hitting the acorns harder, especially at our spot, because the soybeans are turning brown?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was another factor that I had put into my equation is the soybeans now are brown, at least where we're at. I've seen them in another spot in Elkton where they're still green.
Yeah, 2 miles down the road, still green.
Yeah. So this is all real-time information you have to have.
Yeah.
And if they're green, they will tear them soybeans up. But once they turn brown, they start to go to other food sources.
They still hit them, but
yeah, I'm not saying they're not going there, but
not as heavy.
not nearly as heavy. And especially when you got white oaks dropping like this, that is their favorite, and they're all over them. And this was very evident in my hunt Monday night, or was it Sunday? It was Sunday. Yeah. So I'm like 100 yards from my truck. And I sat there for a while, actually. I was kind of expecting to see stuff a little earlier. I got in early enough. But it was about 6 o'clock or maybe 5:30. So it wasn't like super late, but I still had plenty of daylight. And I had a doe and a fawn roll in.
Hey.
And I was like, baby, it's go time.
Hey.
My mission tonight, the only rules, no spots. And
Love it.
seen this doe roll in, and I stood up, and she came and stopped at about 23 yards. I mean, there was nothing crazy about it. She stopped. She's browsing around for acorns. I waited till she turned perfectly broadside, and I let her have it at 23 yards.
Like a fucking soldier.
Just iced her. And, I mean, there was ice in my veins, baby. I was cool and calm and collected. It was a beautiful shot, and I was really happy with it. And I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yes.
And she took off. And the doe, or the fawn, rather, didn't even run 10 yards and was just like, what the fuck was that? And she started calling to her mom.
Really?
It was so cool. So cool. Like,
Ooh.
I want to say 5 times she called.
What did it sound like?
Little bleep, meh, like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was so cool. You don't hear it that often, you know what I mean?
Never heard of vocalization
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, it was really cool. You don't hear them much. I've heard them a couple times, but
Never.
never.
I've never heard of vocalization ever.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I've been hunting my entire life and never heard nothing.
Wow. You never heard a grunt?
Nope.
Nothing.
I've
What?
only heard a buck grunt once.
Never.
I've only heard a buck grunt once. But I've heard
I've heard them blow.
I've heard a buck's last breath of air.
I have two. I have two. Just wanting to pope and yuck. Okay.
Okay, continue.
You son of a bitch. Okay, so my 6 and 7 were.
They were bucks.
Anyway,
Oh, I heard a buck's last breath too. So,
Buck.
anyway.
but
Buck.
I've heard plenty of them blow. Heard some fawns bleat. I'm not sure if I've heard a doe bleat. I think I may have or not. I don't know. I've definitely heard a bunch of fawn bleats, but this was the most I've ever heard in like one sit. A bunch of them. I mean, she was calling to her like, "Hey, Ma, where'd you go?" You know what I mean? I'm
Dead
just
as
like,
fuck, bro.
it even crossed my mind. I could ice this fawn right now, and it'd be another point on the board for old Daddy Guillotine. But I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna ice her. But what I am gonna do is, I'm gonna hang out for a little bit.
Stick around.
Let that doe die. I'm gonna see what pops in. Maybe a buck will show up. Maybe another fawn or another doe will show up. Maybe a poacher.
Maybe a trailer trash
Any
poacher.
of them are gonna get it. And not even 10 minutes goes by, and here comes in just the fucking. I almost said something I shouldn't have. A big old broad came strolling down.
What were you going to say? I want to know.
I was going to say the Queen Latifah of the woods. Just a big old girl.
Yeah.
Came strolling in. And, I mean, she came, she was moving. She was hauling ass. Like, not running, but moving with purpose. And she came like past where I shot the other one, and I already had another arrow knocked. The first one was the first broadhead I used was a thunderhead, and the second one was a wasp. I can't remember the name. It's like a drone. I think it's a drone. It's a 3-blade fixed blade. I'm pretty much sticking with fixed blade for a while.
It's like a off-brand of a Grim Reaper, right? The Wasp?
Kinda, but it's not. It's a fixed blade. This was a fixed
Oh,
blade.
yeah.
Yeah, Wasp makes good broadheads. They just.
I was thinking of
their mechanical is real similar to Grim Reaper.
I got you.
Yeah, but anyway, so I knocked the Wasp, and I'm waiting around for that. I'm like, oh, I'll try a different one. And this doe, I mean, just a monster of a doe. I shit you not, man. I think this doe was probably like 170 pounds.
Wow.
I mean, the biggest doe I've ever shot.
Really?
She was a unit. Wait till you see her.
Fucking unit.
I'll send you pictures because I took her to Kevin, and she's still hanging. She's in the freezer.
That's gonna be the
I'm gonna go
greatest
butcher
meat.
her. Oh
Shout
yeah,
out Kevin.
Kevin, he's the man. He's hooking it up, dude. Letting her sit for a week, so I'm gonna go butcher her tomorrow. And I'll send you a picture, but she was a absolute unit, man. I mean, that was a hard drag. Luckily, she didn't go that far. But I mean, she came in. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So
He killed him.
so she comes in and she went like right past where the other doe went and started like beelining it towards my tree. And she's heading straight for me. So I had no shot. And she's like under a tree there, and I'm just waiting, kind of hanging out. And she turns broadside, and she's at 10 yards, but she was underneath some leaves and stuff like that. And I'm not opposed to shooting through them, but why? Yeah, I'm not doing it unless I feel like I'm going to lose a shot or something like that. So I just waited. And eventually she walked out from behind the trees and gave me a perfect broadside shot at 10 yards, and I just let her have it.
Dude, you're the fucking king of just double tapping.
Every time.
Yeah.
I've done it like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Two does in one sit with a bow.
I've only done that once, was with that 7-pointer and that doe, late rifle last year.
But you've never done it with a bow, have you?
No.
Yeah, I've done it 3 times with a bow.
I could have done it. I could have done it a bunch of times. And I'm like,
It's work.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to drag 2 deer. And that was
fat fuck.
It came into my head. It was that, okay, I'm parked so close to where I'm sitting.
Might as well.
I can literally climb down, and this is what I did. Put my stuff all by the road, go up and get the truck, and drive down to the edge of the road, and I'm literally 20 yards from where my tree was.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So it was great. Now, the one went like 100 yards, the other one went like 200 yards. So
Both good shots? Or?
both were great shots.
Yeah?
Both money shots. I'll send you the picture of the whole Sunday, but I mean, great shots. I might have even heart shot the second one, and
Wow.
And I say 100 yards. It might have been 80, but she went a ways, more than I expected. I feel like I've definitely had them drop sooner. The big one didn't go nearly as far as the other one did, and the other one was a double lung guarantee. But hey, she moved ass. She rolled, and it's not a mechanical, so I feel like they don't bleed as much. Maybe they don't die quite as quick. I don't know, but
It's all about where you hit.
yeah. I know I hit really good. I was really happy with both shots, but it's not like they went tremendously far. You know what I mean?
Now, these were your first, like, good shots of the season. How'd it feel?
It just felt so good because, like you said, on that first one, it was just a shit show with me, and this one just felt. I got my game face on now. Like I'm here. I'm fucking doing business.
The eye black on. Like a
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
doctor.
not fucking around now. Like, get those butterflies out of your head. And don't get me wrong, I'm still. You still get amped up shooting does. I don't care who you are.
Were you amped up? Were you shaking anything?
Not while I was shooting, but after.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was kind of perfect timing. The other one came down. I had time to like cool down a little bit because right after I shot that first one, I was shaking like a fucking broken washing machine. I mean,
Like Sam's washing my hammers.
yeah, like Sam's in here washing your hammers again. It was so cool. I mean, I love shooting does.
Hell yeah.
And so I had time to cool down. Shot the second one. It was an all around great fucking sit.
Good shit. Took one to Buckland's, one to Kevin.
Yeah, I texted Kevin when I shot the first one. I said, "You got room in your freezer?" And he didn't text me back till I had already gotten them out of there, and I was almost 2 Bucklands, and he was like, "Yep." And I was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna get some of these." Shout out to Bucklands.
Dude, shout out.
And I'm gonna get the other one from Kevin. So, yeah, I'm gonna do. I feel like this last year I had meat from last year left over when season started, which is the first time for me. And I think this year I'm gonna put a lot more meat into like snack sticks and jerky and meatloaf and stuff like that, just so that I can use a little bit more of it. Because when I just get regular basic cuts, I end up with a fuck ton of burger and roasts that I don't use that much. So the roasts, I'm gonna put all of them into jerky. Not all of them, but a lot of them this year.
That's the only thing we used my 10 deer roast for is jerky.
Yeah.
Sam is a jerky fucking making fiend, son. She is working that fucking dehydrator overtime.
Yeah, and she makes great jerky.
Yeah, she's got it down to a science
Shout
now.
out my love. Oh, my
So,
God.
Johnny, if you want to do the honors on that one,
Oh, I will.
I'm going to mark 2 more on the board for old Daddy Guillotine.
Congratulations, my brother. Congratulations. That's exciting shit. 2 at a time. You
I
are something
love-
else.
Every tally that goes
to a
up, I get
time.
one step closer to Route 40.
Yeah.
But I think things are looking up.
Well, do you want to go or should I go?
Let's see
yeah,
where Runsky
we'll
go.
shake it up,
Let's
shake
see,
it up a
let's see
little
what you
bit.
got. Yeah. You're gonna do what you got.
So we
Yeah.
kind of talked my plan last night during our drunken stupor at Seth's house.
Oh, man. I'm still hurting.
Demolished that 30-pack in record time.
It is 8:45 Saturday night, and I'm still hurting.
So I went to,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah,
Dehydrated.
I did a roof today.
Jesus,
You're a fucking
nuts.
soldier, son.
Anyway,
My back hurts.
so I decided to shake things up today. I didn't get a chance to go out during the week. So I went out today.
Time
And I
to get
just-
out there.
I got out there. I was out there at 2:30.
Ooh, nice and early.
So I get to the spot at 2:30. And the piece of property that I wanted to hunt, you got to wade across the, was it the big elk? Or was it the little elk? It's a big elk, right?
That's the big
It's
elk.
an
Yeah,
elk.
it's the big elk. So I had to cross over the creek. So I put the waders on and crossed the creek to get this horseshoe. Remember the horseshoe property I showed you? So I crossed the creek and start working my way up to the top of the ridge off the railroad tracks where I was telling you about. It's a good spot. A lot of buck activity up there, too.
See some rubs or anything?
So I did set up a mock scrape
Ooh,
while I was up there.
they work.
So I get up into my tree. I'm sitting, not much action going on. Scrolling through my phone. It's around 5 o'clock.
Getting near prime
Getting
time.
near prime time. So summit climbers have 4 clips. Like
For what?
for the seat clips
Oh, yeah.
that wrap around the...
One per side.
Right. And around 5 o'clock, one of the clips pops off, swings around, and smacks the base of my fucking stand.
Really?
I fucking slouched in my fucking stand like this. I didn't check. I always check the fucking clips when I get to the top. Those cheesy fucking clips. They're like the sliding clips. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, they're pretty sturdy.
Dude,
I've never had that happen.
it fucking popped out, swung around, and smacked the base of my fucking climber.
Wow. No, I've never had that happen.
Scared the shit out of me.
I bet.
What clips are you talking about? The clips that
seat-
you adjust the cable with?
No, the seat clips that wrap around the fucking stand.
That
And
you-
they kind of like interlock.
They interlock.
You gotta twist it and
Slide it in, and then they interlock.
Okay, you got some funky shit
You
going
have
on.
to like twist it, slide it through, and like, if anybody, you know what I'm talking about.
I think it was like 5'10".
I don't know how you did that.
I don't either.
Me neither.
Okay.
Huh.
You're gifted.
And I feel that it woke the fucking woods up because it was loud as fuck. I finished the sit.
If you've got
I
deer-
finished the sit. I sat it out, but I feel like an idiot.
I wouldn't. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't overthink it. It could definitely spook deer though,
Oh,
especially on public
dude,
land.
See any whitetails or
I
anything?
didn't see anything.
I wouldn't worry about them.
Yeah, you're probably just in a bad spot, man.
I feel that it was a good spot. That's why I'm really upset.
Have you seen deer there?
I have before.
Okay.
Yeah, trails everywhere.
I mean, you could have blown it. You could have blown it. It's possible. Yeah, because sometimes just because you don't see whitetails don't mean that they didn't hear that. You know
They
what
could
I
have
mean?
been making their way in, and,
And then
what
be
is
like,
that?
and they'll go the other way. You know what I mean?
It completely. God, I was so pissed.
It could have been the wind too, as to why they weren't there.
No, the wind was great.
Well, I mean, we had a strange east wind today. This past week, we've had a strange.
It was
east wind.
north.
Was it?
It was north.
Well, I know it was calling for east wind today.
It was north. It was north in Elk Mills today.
Huh.
Hard north.
Well, you know, you never know.
Yeah. So that was the only time you got out this week.
It's the only time I got out and I fucked it up.
I haven't been out at all this week. I mean, other than Sunday. But I plan to go out tomorrow night.
You're a Sunday hunting freak.
I love hunting Sundays.
I can't. I hate it.
Everybody else wants to sit inside and watch football. I'll watch football in the
I
stand.
went out last Sunday. I'm probably gonna go out this Sunday too.
Honestly, I like hunting Sundays. The only downside is if you end up getting into what I got into, it ended up being kind of a later night because I was dragging 2 deer and stuff. And had it been a long blood trail or something, that could have been a real late night and then work in the morning. But I love that shit.
I made the best out of the situation. I set up a mock scrape up there.
Good.
Yeah. But, well, hold on. Before John goes, Runsky, you told us you pulled some hunting land.
Yeah, I pulled some.
yeah.
I got a little slice of heaven. So my new employer is hooking me up with hunting property.
Shout out. What are they called?
I'm not going to name any names.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad.
Yeah,
probably
it's
not a
hell
good idea.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
fucking sweet, though, and it hasn't been hunted in years.
It has
right?
not
Ever.
ever been hunted, from my understanding.
Is it fenced
It's
in?
an industrial park. So I work in an industrial complex, and there's all these industrial parks or warehouses around. It's got to be 100 acres of just wooded property. And I got to talking to one of the guys at work, and he's like, "Dude, when I drive around the perimeter of this property, they're all over the place. We got like a runoff pond in the back." He said, "A deer sign all over it."
Well, it sounds like that's gonna come in clutch.
Things are looking up.
You need that, and you're getting it at a great time of year. It's fucking mid-October before you're even gonna get in there.
Yep.
So I mean, I wouldn't even, if I was you. First thing I'd do is I'd go dump a couple bags of
I'm gonna
deer.
dump 1,000 pounds of corn out there.
Just
I
dump
would. I would dump at least 1 or 2 and put your cell cam there.
Yeah, absolutely.
and see what's there.
So I finally got my own little piece of heaven.
Now, is it fenced in?
So our fence runs the perimeter of like our shipping and receiving parking lot, and there's like gate doors all the way around the property. The not gonna name any names, but the security manager at my employer is making me keys so I can just fucking. I got access all the way around the facility.
Do yourself
Hell
a favor and cut a hole in that fence.
I was going to say the same thing.
No,
Create a funnel.
So, and apparently,
Fired. Runsky, you've been cutting holes in the fence?
What, dude?
What are you doing? We got you on camera with some bolt cutters
That's
out
not
there,
me.
and it looks like a 50-pound bag of
So-
corn.
That's not me, dude.
That's not me. I don't know who that is.
it's not fenced in property.
Yeah.
Just warehouses just back it
Oh, okay.
all the way around.
But it's thinner slices of timber
There's gonna be
that they're going to be used as travel
There's gonna be
corridors.
some big bucks back there.
Yeah, I bet you're going to see some traveling going on in there. I'm looking forward to see what you get in there.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get the camp
Get
set
that
up.
camera set up.
I might set up a couple.
Yeah, well, why not? Definitely set one over corn and get an idea.
I'll
of
set
what's
one up
there.
over bait, and I'll set one up by the retention pond, and I'll set one up. Joe, the guy I work with, he said they work those railroad tracks,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and he said set one up right off that access where the fucking coming off the railroad track. So I'll probably have 3 cams out there.
Yeah, just don't end up like Brandy's dad from Joe Dirt.
Oh, he's getting my leg
Foot
caught.
stuck.
So yeah,
Go get the sheriff. You see my foot stuck?
but yeah, so
It's like goddamn dog fault.
botched hunt tonight.
I wouldn't put too much weight into that.
You know what? If it makes you feel any better, I killed 2.
That makes me feel terrible. No, it's good. It's good.
It's good for you, yeah.
It keeps the pressure on.
All right, Johnny. Well, let's. How was your week, man?
Oh, me?
Did you get out at all this week?
I did.
What day did you go?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
One day was Wednesday. And I told you fellers, you know where I hunted next to the scale house, the little grass area. Because every time I've left the woods early-ish, 5:30ish, I've seen deer there.
Yeah, and this is Haverty Grace, Maryland.
Haverty Grace, the quarry. Shout out to my employer. Shouldn't name them. But,
No, we better.
I mean, I'm just, I'm wearing a shirt.
Yeah, it's.
But I'm going to call this little area the grassy knoll. So I went in there.
Yeah, you pulled JFK out there.
I went in there too late because when I got to the tree that I finally selected, when I got to the base of the tree and I swung the climber thing around, I seen white tails and I heard blowing all the way around.
God,
me.
that's the worst feeling in the world.
And I said, fuck it. It had a bad wind too. It was an east wind, which is really rare. But I said, fuck it. I'm here. Let's just do it. So I get to the top and I'm sitting there about 35 minutes. And this squirrel comes in and he's fucking around. And then I keep hearing these deer, they're coming in and they're catching my wind and they're blowing and they're taking off. They're coming back in, they're blowing, they're taking off.
Sounds like a nightmare I had.
It was a fucking nightmare. And this squirrel caught me at just the wrong fucking time. I was pissed off because I keep hearing these deer blowing. And I always have a thunderhead arrow knocked on my bow. And I take that off, put it back in the quiver, and I put the only arrow with a schwacker, however you can name it, in the rest. And I knock it, because I'm getting ready to just kill this fucking squirrel that's barking at me. Just because. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Because this deer is 100 yards behind me. It's staying still, and it's just blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing.
Oh, man. That is the worst.
Yeah. And I'm just getting ready to unleash my frustrations on this poor little squirrel. And I'm standing up, and I got my release knocked on the D-loop, and I'm just waiting for this thing to make a move so I can kill it. And I hear a ruckus behind me. And I look behind me, and this doe looked like a sheet of plywood, how big she was. Goes out into the grassy knoll.
Precious coming out there.
Dude, yeah, it surprised the piss out of me. How big she was and how...
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell, dude.
Fucking Rosie.
So I scramble in my fanny pack. And I range where she was going to be on the grassy knoll, and it was 33 yards. I don't know what it is lately, but this season, all these deer have been 33 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh,
Strange.
lucky numbers, buddy.
But she was 33 yards, but she was facing directly at me. So I'm not going to take that shot. And she's coming at me. Steadily coming at me, steadily coming at me, steadily coming at me. And she gets underneath this underbrush, and she's at 15 yards, and I draw. And when she clears this underbrush, I don't know if she's seen me or she caught my scent. She took like a little jut backwards and sideways to where she was just hard quartering two. And I let that swacker fly. And whew, devastation commenced. Because when it hit her, she sprung about 10 yards to her right, my left, and she's just standing there. And I'm watching this deer, and she's got a hole in her. And I'm like, what? There's a hole in you. Why are you just standing still? What's wrong with you? You didn't feel it? And I reach for another arrow, and as I grasp this gold tip with a thunderhead on it, she starts getting the old wobbly legs. And bang, falls down. So I shot her at 15 yards, and I went and got her. She was maybe 20 yards.
Wow.
Didn't know which one.
And I could see my truck from my deer stand.
You gotta love that.
Dude.
You gotta love that.
I drug her. Dude, you can call me fucking Lee Harvey Oswald, dude. Shot her from the Texas School Book Depository, bro. She was like a sheet of plywood. There's a big old broad. I could barely get her in the bed of my truck.
That's how mine was.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not a little fella. I fucking... I mean, unless you ask Grunsky. But
I mean, we're sawed off.
I had a hard time getting that doe in my truck.
Like, I know how to lift.
The other one, I got it right in there. But that big one, yeah.
Yeah. The first two, like, I just grabbed the two front legs, the back two legs, and I just give them a lift and throw them in. This one, I lifted her, and I got her, like, halfway to the tailgate, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Had to, like, use my legs, and my pants got all bloody.
Yep, same thing. I had blood all down my pants because I had to put her on my knees and, like, knee her up into my truck. She was so fucking big.
It was huge. But she had a fawn with her, and her fawn kind of stuck around, a little tiny thing. and it finally took off. The wind was terrible. I should not have killed that deer. But I think because I was so close to the scale house, they're kind of used
familiar with human scent.
Yeah. So I wasn't really worried about it. So.
Now, you said when you finally found your tree, were you like looking around for a tree?
Yeah, I wanted to be on the field edge is what I wanted.
Yeah.
But there was just no tree to get on the field edge.
Right. Now, do you think were you walking around a whole bunch?
Yeah.
By walking around a lot, you're depositing a lot of scent around there, like ground scent maybe, you know?
Yeah, I was
know-
worried about that.
I know you and I both feel that way. We try to move around as little as possible. Like if you're going to hunt an area, and it's better off to just like pick that tree and go to it. Like you don't want to be walking around a whole bunch. I don't like doing that because I can't tell you how many times I've watched deer walk to where I walked and get spooked.
Yeah, I was walking around a lot. When I pulled in, I'd seen the tree I wanted to get in, but when I got up on it, it had a bunch of limbs and I couldn't get in it, so I had to find a different one. And it panned out.
It still paid off.
Yeah, so
I'm still hitting that board. Putting one that ties us up, Johnny.
hey, what did everyone expect for the season?
You ain't that far up.
Hey, that's 3 mother-loving deer.
You ain't that far up.
You guys are catching up to brother.
That
You
ain't
and Ryan.
a piece of cake.
So you mentioned something else about the tree having a bunch of stuff in it, and I actually encountered this year. And it's a good tip to always do a full-on look up your tree completely before you start climbing, because this year I started climbing a tree and I just like glanced up at it like, oh, it looks good. But once I got about 17 feet up, it had this like bulbous fucking tumor on it, and I couldn't go any higher. But I was already in it. I mean, it was like 17 feet, which is okay, you know what I mean? But I wanted to get higher, and I couldn't. I was limited by that.
I learned that lesson last year.
When Ryan shot his first deer,
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
I look up every tree now.
Yeah, check them, because it's so easy to do. And I've done it a couple times, but it's definitely something to keep in mind is check your tree.
And another thing, if you're expecting to get up 30, 35 feet, and you can only get up 17, your climber is at a strange angle.
You might have an angle, yeah. Because intentionally with a summit climber, you set it up on an incline at the base. That way, when you get up the tree, it starts to level out. And some trees are different. You got to kind of play that by ear. Like certain trees, aren't as
pretty fucking straight. All
yeah,
the
they're
way
straight.
Up.
Yeah, so you don't have to set it as steep of an angle at the base, and you can get away with it more flat from the bottom. But others are the exact opposite. You know, so something to keep in mind. I got a question for the podcast from a listener down in Florida. Shout out Eric.
I seen that
from
question.
Florida. And his question is a really good question.
It is.
Because it's certainly something to ponder if you're trying to get into hunting. And his question is this: what is the most minimal setup for a beginning hunter, both for a bow and for rifle hunting? And what would be the few items that are totally worthwhile to splurge on for your first time, if any?
Wow.
So it's kind of two questions here in one, and we'll address it that way. We're going to start out with the first portion of the question, which is what's the most minimal setup for a beginner hunter for bow or rifle hunting? And honestly, I think the answer to that is a climber, a good climber.
Make sure your fucking seat clips are clipped in.
Honestly, and this can vary by location too. I think it depends on the trees in your area.
It depends on what kind of property. You hunting private property, public property?
You're down south, it's all pines.
Yeah, so climbers aren't really applicable. So it really depends on your area. So if you kind of have to play this off the trees that are most common in your area. If there are very I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, a lot of limbs on the trees, they don't have a straight stalk up, you're going to want to get a set of sticks, climbing sticks, I'd say enough to get up 20 feet, and a good hang-on stand, preferably something relatively light. You don't want to be lugging a shit ton into the woods, especially if you're hunting public land and you want something that's fairly easy to use. So it can get a little pricey.
Yeah, because you get public land, you got to put that up
and take it
back
down. Yeah. So that would be my avenue if I was in a hunting area like that. Up here, we have quite a bit of good trees we can use climbers.
Within 20 yards, you can find a nice tree.
A nice tree. Yeah, I'm not saying that you always have them, but it's pretty often.
It's difficult to walk around here, this area and not be able to find a good tree.
Yeah, which is why we're such big fans of climbers. As to like other people might hate them, but it can depend on where you're at. For us, climbers are a really good option.
Yeah. Yep.
And then as far as a bow, I mean, or a weapon, you could pick a caliber. I mean, there's a lot of good calibers for rifle hunting whitetail. Anything from 223 on the smaller end, you can shoot them with a 7mm if you want to, or 300 Win Mag. But I think a good one to start with is like a 270.
270 is a great
Or
gun.
30-06 is great options.
And you can get
6.5 Creedmoor.
6.5
you can
Creedmoor.
get you can get a decent gun with an optic one for as low as like $400.
Yeah.
I know Remington has like a Remington 770. That's probably wrong, but it's a kit gun. It's got a scope on it. It's probably not the best optic, but
That Savage Axis I bought last year, fucking what did that cost? $550.
yeah.
Nice rifle.
Well, that's even a little higher end. I mean, you can get a cheap Remington 700.
Is he rifle hunting or bow hunting?
He asked for advice on both.
Well,
I mean, how cheap do you want to go? I mean, you can get a longbow for $150.
or you can get a bear bow, the ready to hunt pack.
If
what I
he's
shot with.
asking what he should splurge on, I'd say if you're going to spend money on anything, you want a decent stand and a decent bow.
Yeah.
I mean, the stand is probably even more important because it's going to make your life a lot easier. If you can get a nice light set stand. I mean, for a climber, if you want to really spend some money, get a Lone Wolf. If you want to be a little bit cheap, Summit makes really good aluminum climbers.
Our steel climbers.
Their steel climbers are comfy.
Yeah, and they're not that heavy.
They're heavier, but
Yeah.
it's nothing to...
Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
They are heavy.
They're pretty heavy.
Yeah, pretty fucking heavy.
Aluminum's the way to go. If spend the extra money to get aluminum if you got it.
If you could go back last year, if I could go back last year, I would spend the extra $100 and get the fucking aluminum.
Me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not that I'm tracking miles and miles. It just makes it easier.
Yeah, it's fucking. I think it's a 12-pound difference.
Yeah.
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 That's enough. That's any weight you can shave off. I would definitely do it. With a bow, you can afford to go a little cheaper. You don't have to buy a flagship bow. There is plenty of lower end bows out there that will do.
What did I spend on my bear?
$400.
$400.
Nah, it wasn't 400.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was
you can-
$399.
Yeah, $400.
Really?
Yeah.
$399.
400. But anyway, it came with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sight.
It came with a
quiver.
sight, quiver, everything you need.
Yeah, and you can get that thing dialed in great.
Absolutely.
Kill two. Dude, there's pterodactyls flying
Yeah, I'm
around.
gonna shut that one down.
Yeah.
It's
But
like Jurassic Park in here.
yeah, I would definitely get yourself a starter bow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend $1,200
Yeah, because bows are so expensive.
from Jump Street.
And if you don't know if this is what you might not even like it. So I'm betting you will if you're interested at all and you try it, you're gonna like it.
Oh man.
But don't spend $1,200
No.
on a flagship bow, and that's bear bow. Then you still got to buy a quiver, you still got to buy a sight, everything. You can get a ready to hunt bear package, bear archery, by the way, not bear as in
BARE.
empty.
Right.
Yeah, you can get one of them or like a Matthews
Mission.
by Matthews, which is what I got my son for under $500, and it comes with everything you need.
And I know we're fucking Hoyt snobs, but all bullshit aside, that bear bow, for the price I paid, it did everything I could ask it to do.
There's no bad bow out there,
There-
except
I mean-
for Obsession.
I had I had no issues with that bow.
Oh, great bow. Great bow.
Now, what I will say, even if you're buying a ready-to-hunt bow, you need to get yourself fitted and make sure the bow fits
Yes.
you. Because I battled that last year.
We definitely battled that. That bow was not
that
too
bow
you.
was not fit to me.
But you're also, freakishly tall fellow.
Yeah.
Your
So-
wingspan is, how many inches? 9,000
Yeah.
inches.
84 fucking inches.
What I will say, if you are going to buy a cheaper bow, make sure
You get a good bow shop.
And-
Don't go to Cabela's.
and no, well, I got it set up
God,
I got it set up at
Yeah. Oh.
Black Bear.
Black Bear, but make sure your draw length's good. Go buy from a pro shop.
Yeah.
That's my advice. Buy from a fucking pro shop. Get your draw length measured up. Make sure the bow fits you. Fucking
Speaking of that, Matt Hill, you know him? P-Shaw?
No.
No, he went to school with us, and a couple of years ago, he posted on Facebook saying he wanted to get into hunting and he wanted to buy a bow, a used bow, and I commented at the time, this is way before the podcast, and I was like, don't do that, because a bow is fitted to you. Mm-hmm. I told him to go Autumn Sky, and I'm pretty sure he did, and I'm pretty sure he got a bow. So.
Yeah. Well, you can buy used, but if you're not familiar with what you need, that can be really complicated, because you might buy something that you can't even shoot.
Yeah, it's not a gun.
No, it's just different.
Get fit.
Yeah, go to a pro shop, and they'll steer you in the right direction. Tell them your budget, and they'll get you lined up.
Yeah.
As far as a few other items that you should
Thermostat.
Me being the new bow hunter,
Yeah.
let me tell you, especially in Florida, a Thermostat
Oh my God, you probably need that year round, right?
is a must.
Yeah.
You want to be as comfortable as possible, man. You don't want your brain fucking. You don't want to be smacking fucking mosquito. You want to be tuned into your fucking hunt.
Yeah, you don't want that extra movement.
You don't want that distraction,
bugs.
right? You don't want that fucking distraction. Saw a lot of what are those fucking big? What are they, lantern flies?
Those red things.
God, they were all over the place tonight.
I had one crawling up my neck.
Stink bugs too.
I
They're
had one
everywhere
crawling
too.
up my fucking leg today.
Terrible. Invasive.
But anyway.
Another invasive bastard.
And they taste terrible.
And yeah, minimalistic's the way to go, man. I don't know. I'd transition to the fanny pack this year. Knife, a good knife.
Well,
So let's here. I'm gonna rattle off my list of things that I think you should splurge on. And you ain't even got to necessarily splurge on a knife, but you need a good quality knife. You need a rangefinder with arc, preferably.
mine doesn't have it.
Yeah, well,
But yeah,
at now, it's like an extra $20 to get one with it.
Yeah.
So get that. A harness that's comfortable. You don't want to be fighting with the cheap harness that comes with your stand. I mean, you can, but I think it's worth splurging on a decent harness that's quick and it's streamlined.
Dude, not to interrupt, but I used the come with the stand harness the first year I started using a harness because I was an idiot and just didn't use a harness for the first 20 years. What a pain in the ass. Spend $50, get a good harness.
Yeah.
It's safety. I mean, safety's first.
Yeah.
You don't want to fall the fuck out of a tree and cripple yourself.
Yeah. So you need a good knife. You should have a rangefinder and one with arc. Mm-hmm. A thermocell, your harness, and I mean, really, that's all you need. Once you got all that stuff, and then you got your bow, your arrows, your broadheads, everything like that, I mean, you're good to go. So those are the things that I would splurge on: is make sure you get a good knife, a decent rangefinder, and a good harness, and then you're good to go, including the stand and the bow and all that stuff. But
And
I mean, it sounds like a lot of stuff.
It's not.
And it is, though. When you're new to this, I mean, to us, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're new to this, it can be daunting. It's like, I need all this stuff.
Yeah.
And initially, it's expensive. I mean, to get set up to be a public land bow hunter, you're not going to do it for under $900. I mean, it's going to cost every bit of that.
I got $2,000 in just my bow.
Yeah, well join the club.
There's levels to this, too.
Yeah.
and buy the $1 wind checker. At least you got a fucking wind checker.
Yeah, good wind checker's good.
Get your puffer.
I mean, it's not necessarily something you need. You could be cheap. Go get some cattails or some milkweed or something. The wind puffers are nice just because they're one hand. You know, you just. But I honestly, I like having like the milkweed or fucking whatever. I like it.
Cigarette smoke.
Yeah, light up a smoke.
That's what I did tonight.
If you're my dad.
It wasn't that fucking clip on that scene. I was smoking cigarettes on.
You fucking burned it. Okay.
Yeah, I think under a G you can make it happen.
Yeah, you could keep it under. You could keep it under 1,000. You could.
It'd be real close.
Yeah, it'd be close, but you could keep
with
it
the bow
under
and the
1,000.
stand.
What I will say, buy the bow first
Yeah, make sure this is what you want to do.
and practice,
Yeah.
and then chip away at it.
All right, so we got a shooter pass
Ooh, me too.
for you fine gentlemen. Oh, you got one too? I
do.
Well, mine's relevant to this week, so.
Mine isn't. Should I go first?
Yeah.
Shooter pass. String cheese. How do you eat it? Do you peel down, or you just eat that motherfucker like a goddamn taquito?
I just eat the motherfucker.
Bingo.
Well, I watched my kids do that. That's how they eat it. They eat it like a fucking hot pocket. You know, just little savages. I string it because
Wow.
I'm a sophisticated being. I'm not a
We in
fucking
third-
knuckle dragging Neanderthal.
Are we in third grade?
I fucking eat my no. I have a third grader
can see-
upstairs,
I can
and
see
he
Seth.
eats it like you
I can see
guys.
Seth sitting on his couch, peeling one off at a time. Just eat the motherfucker.
Just eat it.
Have you ever seen Lady and the Tramp? That is sophistication where you're sucking that thing in. I mean, it might be spaghetti, but it's neither here nor there. The point is it is intended to be used as a string. When you guys are biting it like it's a fucking a hot dog or a fucking banana, whatever, it's juvenile. Is what it is.
Okay.
No. You're playing with your food. I'm
Eating it. Right.
You're eating it like a Neanderthal.
I bet you-
Yeah, like a third grader.
You take Lunchables to work?
Crustables.
You take Crustables to work?
No, I do
I
not.
do love a good
Sometimes-
Crustable. I'll fuck a Crustable.
All right, here's
With
a
a glass of milk,
fuck
I'll eat
yeah.
fucking half a dozen of them.
Here's the
things.
confession: I have eaten Crustables for lunch.
Dude, me
Love
too.
'em. Hey.
I eat them all the time.
Yeah, I get them for my kids sometimes, and every once in a while they'll be Daddy's lunch too.
Dad, I'm hungry. There's no Crustables for lunch. Shut up.
Yeah, your brother ate them. Wyatt screams from the other room. No, I didn't.
Here's a frozen
Yeah,
pack of
those
burger.
fucking things are good.
So 2 out of 3 eat it like a taquito.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. You're wrong. That's cool.
You know, you're entitled to your opinion.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
you're
kids,
not wrong.
it's something that they do, and it's hilarious. Is you're at Walmart in the self checkout, and they're like, "Hey, you didn't scan that item, Dad." I'm like, "Shut up! Be quiet, boy.
Thank God me and Sam don't have kids.
That one didn't beep, Dad.
Quiet.
Yeah, it did.
Quiet."
Dad, there's 6 bags of corn didn't beep.
I don't know, but
Shut up.
Dad, you forgot to scan the corn under the cart. Quiet. Be quiet. Damn it. I don't know about you guys, but every time I check out at self checkout, I pay myself.
Hey, Walmart's not paying me $12 an hour to do this. Might as well pay myself.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not trained. I missed an item or two. My
This
bad.
podcast is brought to you by Walmart.
It probably is.
Yeah.
I didn't see the employee video.
These
that
mics
they-
are great, Walmart. Thank you.
Isn't that funny? It's like a moral thing. Like, I'd have no problem doing that at Walmart, but I would never do that to like a small business.
Never, no. Fuck.
You know what I mean?
Hell no.
Dude, when I worked...
Isn't that weird? I don't think it's weird. I just think it's everybody. It feels the same way about that. At least in the most part.
fucking
Like for
trillionaires.
Walmart, I don't
When I
give a
was-
fuck about
Dude.
slipping something past them. But like at a small business or something, nah, never.
Dude, the FBI's gonna kick my fucking
Yeah,
front door.
absolutely. Dude, whenever I worked for Kmart in high school,
Yeah.
I worked at Kmart, dude, I never fucking pay for my lunch breaks. I'd fucking just go take whatever I want off the shelf, walk that shit in the break room, and just fuck them.
Hell yeah.
They were paying me $7
And
an
now,
hour.
and now Kmart doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Thanks
I
to
sound-
you.
I sound really
you
old.
single-handedly
I crumbled Kmart.
Crumbled Kmart. Good job.
I tried to get a job in there a couple times. They never hired me.
Probably because you kept failing the drug test. John, it's the 6th time, dude. Like,
He's like, I thought it was a fucking test. I should have scored pretty high. What the fuck?
They're legit like, what is it when you gotta get a job? Like they bring you in for interview.
Interview.
They're legit. It was like a legit
I
interview.
got you an interview, right?
Yeah, you got me an interview, but it was like,
That's not my fault. You
What
fucked
would you
up.
do if a team member called out like, what?
And we're
Fuck
16-year-old kids.
Like, what?
I'm 16 years old.
Yeah.
Pushing carts at Kmart, and you're interviewing me like it's like
Like I'm making 90 grand.
right, like I'm making $90K.
I'm
I'm
working
pushing carts.
Working for the fucking CIA.
Right, I'm pushing carts, stealing shit from your store. Like, give me a break.
I've noticed the more money I've made over the years, the less there is of an interview.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
My
Well,
last job, the
that's
one I'm at now, and I've been there for 3 years now. My interview was like, he basically looked at my resume, talked to me about what I'd done, and he was just like, cool, you want to like ride around the plant, check it out, and they offered me a job.
That's the key, is the resume.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get when as you get older, your resume builds.
Yeah, I think that helps a lot too.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Your resume is
Yeah,
built by the time you get older.
Your resume speaks for itself.
You're 17, they're trying to fill you out.
Yeah, they want to make
Just
sure
get
you're
a
not a
punk,
complete
right.
asshole.
That's true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, but fuck Kmart.
Problem solved.
That's why they're fucking. That's why they went under, because they didn't hire this motherfucker.
It's because I stole a lot. But
What are we talking about?
Yeah, totally off track.
way off track. I had something too. I had
Damn it.
something.
I got a shooter,
Dementia.
I got a shooter pass for us, and this one's relevant to the upcoming week. So we're going down to Dorchester County to hunt. I'm going with or without you.
Oh, yeah, of
bags.
course.
Get your shit together, Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
You're too good. You're too good to hike through a marsh. Okay,
I am.
I don't want to hear it.
I am.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I'm gonna go down to the outboard shop. I'm gonna take a week's vacation and hold a 9mm to this guy's head so he fixes my motor in time.
Yeah.
Fix it,
Or you
motherfucker.
can just rent a boat. It's like $500 a weekend. Anyway,
Jesus.
Oh, that's it.
you got it.
Okay, Mr. Moneybags.
Oh, yeah. Jeff Bezos over here or something, dude?
All right, here's my shooter pass. Okay, because this might be a factor. This might actually happen to us this week. So, we hike out. You guys boat out, and we're 3 miles deep into the thickest marsh from here to Florida. I mean, it don't get thicker till you hit fucking. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's South Carolina and shit too. But anyway, it's a really thick marsh, and it is just nasty terrain.
Thick fillet.
Yeah, and you're out there, and so for the listeners, I'm going to remind them that sika deer are well under 100 pounds. So tracking them out is you throw it over your shoulder and
Yeah.
it's like carrying groceries.
Yeah.
A 220-pound 12-point hammer buck walks
Killing
out. You're going to shoot or pass.
I'm shooting it. You have to.
I'm icing that motherfucker.
Even if I have to like mark my location and leave all of my gear and drag that fucker out and then go back and get my gear, I'm doing it.
I'm floating that thing down the fucking river and paddling home. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's coming.
I understand to the naysayers because that's tough.
It's gonna be an all night thing.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be getting back to the truck at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
But you gotta.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I couldn't. It would be just. Oh man.
It would
Before you pull that trigger, you're like,
You
fuck.
gotta be. Yeah. You're gonna be like almost. It almost might make shooting it easier because you almost don't want to.
yeah.
It'd be like, oh fuck, I gotta do it.
You have to.
You can't let it walk. You gotta shoot that buck.
Have to.
But that drag, you're gonna pay for that buck.
Yeah.
Oh, but it would make what a hunt that would be. I mean, what a story. I mean,
yeah.
that's what it's all about is suffering. I mean, you gotta enjoy. It's the journey before the destination. The journey is what it's all about. I mean, I love that shit. So let me revamp that question.
Ooh.
Now, what if it's a fucking big old nanny? Nice big fat doe. You shooting her, Johnny? Nice doe.
How far are we in? 3 miles?
You're 3 miles in.
3 mile
How
drag.
far is our walk?
Well, we'll say for your scenario, it's what you're doing, which you're boating in 2 miles and then you're hiking, 500 yards?
Yeah.
So for me and Ryan, it is what ours is. For you, it is what yours is. But either way, you're in bumfuck in the middle of public land, and it's a last light.
I pass
Now,
it. I pass it though.
You're passing the doe. Let me remind you here. So to factor this into your equation too. Blood trailing is going to be a nightmare in a marsh because it's water.
Absolutely.
A sika deer will probably be a lot more susceptible to a quick death as opposed to a whitetail, which is going to be much more resilient. It's going to accept that arrow and it's going to move. It's not going to die in 20 yards. It might, but
Like
it might.
I do Wednesday.
It might not.
Yeah.
So these are all things for you to consider, and you've got 3 seconds to decide. What are you doing?
Passing.
Yeah, even me not having a deer kill on my belt this year, I'm passing a doe,
Yeah,
and that's saying a lot.
yeah, I'm passing
Not-
too.
She don't have handles to drag her with.
Yeah,
Yeah, even me not having a tally up, I'm passing a doe down there.
yeah. You have to. I think you have to. Ryan said, "I'm going to be pissed at him because he's going to shoot one."
Man.
I told him he's dragging it by himself.
Yeah, that's even me not having a tally up.
Uh-huh.
Now, what's Blackwater's terrain like? Is it woods?
It's the same. It's the same shit. It's basically the same type of property that you guys are going to. It's just a giant marsh. There's some flooded timber. It's like woods. And you might have like a little bit of highland where it's not necessarily wet, but just moist ground.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it's phragmites, swamp, marshy terrain.
How many Blackwater permits do they issue?
1,700.
Yeah, I think 1,700.
Do you think that's going to play a factor in? Think there's gonna be a lot of people down there? Cause this
Yeah, from what I understand, people hunt it just as hard as they hunt where you're
yeah.
hunting.
I'm just
Yeah.
I mean, because these guys rut. We didn't mention this.
Oh.
October 15th is
Peak
like
rut.
peak
Yeah,
for these sika deer.
and they bugle like elk.
Yeah, so we're going.
Like whistle.
Yeah, it's a real cool animal. If you're listening to this and it's the first time that you've heard of them, YouTube them. They're really cool. They're like little pygmy elk.
Yeah, so we're taking this is a rutcation.
Yeah.
Oh, I put in for my vacation.
What dates?
Second week, the 8th to the
Did
12th.
I did the same week you did last week, didn't I?
Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the first week. That was a bad idea.
I think the second week of November is a little better,
Yeah.
typically.
Yeah, I took the
I'm gonna
8th
do
to the
this.
12th.
I'll do the same.
Yeah, I did the 8th to the 12th.
My boss is cool though, so I told him I was like, I'm planning on the second week, but depending on weather, I might take it earlier, I might not. I'll let you know.
Well,
Weather's a factor.
looking
It was
good right now.
It was hot last year.
It was so hot.
It was hot last year.
It's
Leaves
really
are
good.
dropping right now.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Tonight, I snapped you guys. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, there's leaves dropping. I mean,
Yeah.
it's looking like fall in the woods.
I wouldn't be surprised
Around
if
here.
we had absolutely bare woods by
That would be
second week of
I
November.
wouldn't be surprised.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Dude.
Last year it was still green
Yeah.
when I went on my vacation.
yeah.
Dude, leaves were everywhere.
Yeah.
The whole,
Oh yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, I plan on going hunting at the quarry this week. Dropping another dog, get up, 4 to 3, it's whatever, and then killing a big sika stag on
So
Friday.
we're leaving Thursday night, right?
Oh, so you're gonna get to hunt this week before Sika?
Yeah, leave right after work. Go ice a whitetail.
Oh, okay. You're gonna hunt after work
Yeah,
Thursday.
probably Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Something about Wednesdays, man. I've been icing a lot of deer on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's your day. That's
Hump day.
What is Wednesday? That's Odin's day.
Riding my pale horse.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to hear your screams across the marsh.
So in true Beers and Deers fashion, we make everything a competition.
Yeah.
So we made this into a competition
There's
as well.
been so much shit
So
talking.
Seth and Ryan shoot Easton arrows, and John and myself shoot gold tips.
The only way to go.
So we got Team Easton versus Team Gold Tip.
Put me one there. Put me one there, Big Daddy, please.
She's close to being tapped. I can tell by the way it's pouring.
Oh, yeah, it's almost done.
Well, I'll do half cup.
Nah, there's a 30-pack in there.
We're good.
Oh,
But yeah, so we got a little friendly competition going on.
I feel like oh, man, it stinks in here because I'm the shit.
Dirty motherfucker.
But I feel like there's been more shit talk for the sika hunt than there was the tack.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you.
Definitely, because I just look. I know you guys are ambitious and all that stuff, but it's really not going to matter because opening day Friday we get down there. Me and Ryan are going to go in, smoke 2 great stags, and then we're going to go drink beer at RAR, the brewery down there, while you guys are out in the marsh getting carried off by fucking miniature pterodactyls with straws.
Like the ones flying around in here right now.
So here's the deal. So Ryan's local. We'll call him a local.
He is a local.
It's a
He's
45-minute drive. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Shoot,
So
buddy.
he's a local.
He's a fucking trickster.
Ryan-
Told me Ford 2.5.
Yeah. So
of a bitch.
Ryan's been down there asking around and fucking getting the fucking.
He's got some intel.
Yeah, he's got intel.
He's been doing some
If
data recovery.
if we go down there, if Team Gold Tip
On a whim.
goes down there on
Yeah.
a 2-week whim and drags out a sika deer, you guys are never living it down.
Hey, I mean, if you want to give yourself a handicap, sure, that's fine.
No handicaps.
We'll let you have that handicap.
We don't want handicaps.
No handicaps.
But me and Ryan have never been on these properties. He talked to one guy, and he told him, he
Okay.
gave him some advice on what units to go in. These units are thousands of acres. So, okay, we got a little bit of advice on which units to pick. We got that. But we also, not only do we have that, but we also have Ryan and I are just in peak physical condition. We're gonna get in there and we're getting after it. We're business, and you guys are scared to even hike in. I mean, you guys don't even want to walk in there unless you've got a boat.
Well,
So I mean hey, how much do you want it?
A wise man once told me, "Work smarter, not harder."
Hey, bingo. Like a doctor.
I work smart and hard.
That.
Well, when I'm dragging out a fucking sika deer.
We're not dragging. The Sika Stalker 6750 is going to get bloody.
The pale horse is getting bloody.
Pale horse. And those that rode on it were death.
Leaky transom and all.
And
Your
hell
rowboat.
followed with us.
Okay. The only blood on it is going to be the blood from you guys scratching your mosquito bites.
Probably. all in all, no bullshit. I hope somebody gets something.
Yeah.
Team Go Tip.
It's just gonna be cool to see one.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Cool to hear one.
I'll consider it
that too.
I'll consider it a success if I get to hear a bugle and see one.
I got sticker. Fucking.
But do I want one? Of course I do. But
course,
at the same time, we talk about it all the time. It's about the journey. I just seeing them, just going down there and being around them is what I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. I feel like hopefully the motor gets running by Thursday, but me and Ronsky's journey is going to be like a fucking movie.
Yeah, it's gonna. You guys are doing that's badass. Just taking the boat and beaching it and hiking in to get to a remote location. That's fucking.
Getting
that's
lost.
like meat eater
I was
shit.
Naked
telling
and
him.
afraid.
I was telling him.
Naked and afraid. That's what you guys are
I'll
gonna be.
shoot.
You're gonna be naked and afraid after you fill your waders with fucking Blackwater.
I'll
We're going to
shit
be
a
lost
brick.
for 25
Nah.
minutes and we're just going to strip
I'll
all our
shit.
clothes and cry.
I'll shit a brick when we get to this little fucking patch of woods and there's like 8 guys in the fucking. They're like, hey.
There's just canoes and boats lined up.
Oh,
I told him to be like fucking I-95 just gridlock on the river.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's public land. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah,
never
but
know.
we're going down the week before muzzleloader. I feel like it's going to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
deserted.
Yeah. How many people are bow hunting in some of the harshest terrain on this side of the Mississippi for a small animal? I mean, because I'm not saying there's not, but I'm just saying I think you're really going to see an influx of hunters when muzzleloader opens. I think
yeah.
the week before bow season, it's hot right now. It's going to be like mid-70s when we're there. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of competition.
I texted our boy, shout out Chance. He's in Wyoming, not Utah, like I said last week. Wyoming. And I was like, well, you got any secrets, tips to kill these little critters? And he just basically said what I already know. Just hunt the trails,
Yeah.
shit like that. And I was like, yeah, I'll consider it a success if I just see one. He was like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's tough. Everybody, it's pretty much the general consensus that it's really hard.
Yeah.
That it's tough. But hey, we're up for the challenge, and we're about there, ladies and gentlemen. We're running. It is an hour and 11 minutes in.
Perfect.
You guys got anything else?
Nothing.
Check your seat clips, bitches.
Shout out Bucklands.
Shout out Bucklands. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to Dorchester County. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Next time we talk to you, we won't be in the studio.
Be on the way down.
We'll be on the way down. We'll see y'all next week. Appreciate you.
Bye.
See ya.